KFYR TV5 Bismarck.
Football is brought to you in part by Cenex Land O'Lakes and by your West Dakota Chevy dealers.
Well, we're here with the Braddock High School bands. Who are you guys rooting for tonight? Quite obvious, I suppose.
Braddock!
What's your name?
Tammy Ballmer.
What's your name?
Chanel Paul. Karen Olson.
Okay, let's go back upstairs.
Okay, Don, thanks a lot. And now joining me, we'll have the call tonight in the championship game, Kirk Gallup. And Kirk, this shapes up. We've watched these teams the last few days, and this shapes up to be a lot of fun.
Well, Dan, I think this is going to be an excellent, excellent game. Of course, Braddock with Nadine Schmidt, and you've seen plenty of her here in the break, and you're going to get to see her if you haven't seen her before play basketball tonight, and she does that very well. And Marion-Montpelier with such a balanced offense and such a good inside game and a good complement outside. I think we got a real dandy on our hands.
And Marion-Montpelier also has a Schmidt. You may not have heard about Barb Schmidt. Some people haven't, but Barb Schmidt is really the leader for Marion-Montpelier. So great team, both excellent teams, and two great Schmidts. Nadine Schmidt for Braddock and Barb Schmidt for Marion-Montpelier.
Well, of course, as we were talking to Bob Thorson earlier today, the coach from Marion-Montpelier, he says Nadine and Barb kind of get together in the motel, and they go off and talk basketball because those two are zeroed right in on basketball. And while the rest of the girls, not to take anything away from the rest of the girls, but while they're having a little bit of fun, Barb and Nadine are going at it with basketball, and they're good friends.
Oh, and you know that they're talking X's and O's because both of these girls, as you kind of alluded to, are really basketball minds. I mean, they live and eat basketball. They love the sport.
Let's see how they got there. Here's both the teams, how they got to this game tonight. Marion-Montpelier in the first round defeated Hillsboro by a final of 50-32. And then on Friday night in the semifinals, they got by Esmond-Maddock in a really excellent game, 66-57.
And of course, Braddock beat Mohall 63-32 Thursday, and in the semifinals held off Watford City 54-50. Earlier today, we talked with the head coaches, and here's how they felt heading into the state championship game.
Well, you know, it's just kind of one of those things you have to stop and wonder if it's the real thing happening. You know, it's just amazing. We're on an emotional high, and it's just great.
We're a little more confident on this game than we were last year. The experience and the things that Nadine has done this year with the rest of the crew, we're just a little better off going into this game than we were last year.
Wallin very confident as he heads into this game. Of course, this is the second appearance in the state title game, as you can already recognize, for Braddock. Braddock has been here 3 years in a row, and this is their second appearance in this game tonight.
Losing to Esmond-Maddock last year in the state championship game, they wanted to come back here. Marion-Montpelier was here last year. They lost all 3 games, so both these teams similar. They have great individuals, they're excellent teams, and they have tournament experience, and that's why they're playing for the championship tonight.
Del Swallene, a 10-year veteran of high school basketball coaching at Braddock. He had been here once before with one of his girls' teams back in the early 80s. Bob Thorson in his first year at the helm of the Eagles program.
And what a year to take over, you know, taking over a team that had been at the state tournament. Nice situation to step into Bob, who had been the assistant at Marion-Montpelier prior to taking over this year.
We were just talking about Bob, of course, has yet to lose as a high school head coach. You can't complain too much about that.
No, not at all. There you get a look at Coach Swallene.
And that is Wayne Sanders, who is the station manager of our station here across the NBC network here in Minot, and he is the team host for Braddock. And he's told me that I'm supposed to talk up Braddock tonight, and I told him, well, that won't be too hard, but I have to be a little unbiased there.
And of course, the team hosts really become part of the team during these 3, 4, 5 days when the teams are here. They greet them when they get into Minot on Wednesday or wherever the tournament is, and they get to be part of the family during the 5 days that they spend here. And we're about ready to meet the teams, and let's go down to PA announcer Larry Lauser in the starting lineups.
This game will feature the Bobcats of Braddock and the Eagles of Marion-Montpelier. host of the Bobcats, Wayne Sanders. Team host of the Eagles is Wayne Whitty. Head coach of the Bobcats, Del Swalleen. Head coach of the Eagles, Bob Thorson. Introducing the starting lineup. Starting at the guard, she stands 5'6", the senior number 11, Serena Mock. An Eagle guard, she's 5'3", and a junior number 10, Jolene Schultz. The other Bobcat guard is a 5'6" senior, wearing number 21, Clarice Bolin. She stands 5'10". The senior wears number 44, Bob Schmidt. An Eagle forward, or a Bobcat forward, is 5'10" senior, number 15, Nadine Schmidt. An Eagle forward is 5'9" and a junior, wearing number 32, Lisa Olsen. Forward is 5'10" sophomore, number 35, Shelley Mock. An Eagle forward is 5'10" junior, wearing number 24, Abby March. The center of the Bobcats. She's 5'10", the junior number 51, Carrie Eberhardt. Center. She stands an even 6 foot tall. The senior number 34, Laura Van Buren. Assistant coach of the Bobcats is Todd Lichter. Steve Wood is the Eagles assistant.
Well, Kirk, something early I think we'll look forward in this game as we'll check out how Marion-Montpelier pressures the Braddock guards, Clarice Bolin and Serena Mock. I think Marion-Montpelier figures they can put some pressure and have some success against that.
Here's a look at your officials. On the left, Daryl Matichek from Lakota, and on the right, Bruce Jessen of Dickinson. The officials for the 1988 State Class B Girls Basketball Championship game.
Both these teams looking for their first ever state championship. And believe me, that's just extra incentive for both teams. It's not too often you get here for one thing and not too often that you're going to win it.
I think we're in for a dandy. Braddock will be wearing black on your screen, Marion-Montpelier in white. So there should be no confusion over which team you're looking at. And here's the jump, and we're underway with the 1988 state championship basketball game. Barb Schmidt down to Abby Barch. Barch puts it up. That comes off. And we've got a foul right away. That looks like it's going to go against Lisa Olsen. Lisa Olsen on the reach as she pulled into Carrie Eberhardt. And here's Braddock's first time down the floor. This is Serena Mock. She'll lead the offense. Looks inside for Nadine. Nadine puts her up. 2.
Straight man-to-man offense is what Marion-Montpelier is showing right away.
This is Barb Schmidt. On the far side, she gives it up to Schultz. Schultz over to Barch. Barch looking low. They'll look inside. Braddock in the zone. Barb Schmidt on top again. This is Abby Barch. She comes out to receive it. Down to Lisa Olsen. Schmidt will shoot for 3. It comes off short. Nadine Schmidt with the rebound. Nadine Schmidt will run the Braddock front break down the court. She'll take it herself. In for the layup. That one comes off. And Clarice Bolin pulls down the rebound on the bounce. Braddock will set up. Bad pass by Carrie Eberhardt as it goes out of bounds, looking for Nadine Schmidt down low.
Schmidt will score from anywhere on the court. As you said, she will lead the Braddock fast break. She can also post up and score anywhere. Down low, 3-point range, fast break. She can do it all.
See if the Eagles can work it inside. That's what they'd like to do as they run it across the outside and around the horn. Here's Abby Barch down to Lisa Olsen. Olsen looking inside. That's a little long for Van Bruggen. Shot by Barch. Up off the rim and a rebound by Shelley Mock.
I'm sure Marion-Montpelier wants to get the ball inside because with the people they have, they're usually successful down low.
This is Boline. Nadine Schmidt holding the ball high above her head. Serena goes into Nadine. Nadine will take the baseline, shoot for 2. 4-0, 4 points by Nadine Schmidt.
Right now, Nadine Schmidt just has a big speed advantage over Lisa Olson. Olson not that quick with the feet, and Schmidt's able to create herself with one quick step.
There you see it coming around. That's Barb Schmidt again for 3. That one rolls off again. Good job by Schultz of getting for the rebound. This is Laura Lynn Van Bruggen. And back out to Schultz as she'll run the offense, and they'll set her up again.
No surprise that Braddock is in the zone trying to sag things down low at the big front line of Marion-Montpelier.
This is Barb Schmidt. She's a very talented ball player. She'll take that baseline shot. Comes off a little short. Shelley Mock with the rebound.
I'm sure that's a concern early for Bob Thorson. Barb Schmidt missing her first 3 shots.
And that foul is going to go against Laura Lynn Van Bruggen. Van Bruggen with a reach. Her first foul, second team foul on the Eagles.
Van Bruggen got in early foul trouble last night, but it really didn't bother Marion-Montpelier. They just had an outstanding team effort.
Nadine Schmidt makes this offense go, so they'll go to her and she'll go off from there. But this is Shelley Mock, too far under the bucket. She couldn't get a good shot away. The Eagles come down with a rebound. This is Barb Schmidt bringing it into the forecourt. She dumps off to Schultz. On the far side, Barch loses the handle. Goes out of bounds over to Braddock.
Like Marion-Montpelier has come out of the gates a little bit tight, Kirk.
And understandable. Braddock may have a little bit more experience in this type of a game, naturally, than Marion-Montpelier, so they might be able to a little tight early. Here's Nadine. She'll shoot again from the baseline. She'll get it.
It's a 1-step right now. She's beating Lisa Olson with a 1-step, and she's getting the open shot, and Nadine will not miss the open shot.
Here you see Schultz. The Eagles on offense. They'll run a cutter through. And we go inside to Van Bruggen. She loses it, but Lisa Olson comes back through. On the far side to Barch. Into Van Bruggen. She'll shoot. Good looking shot, but it came off. Lisa Olson with the rebound. We've got a foul. It looks like it'll go against Shelley Mock.
Kirk, you're going to see Bob Thorson of Marion-Montpelier make his first move in this chess match that he's got to play against Nadine Schmidt. Nikki Peterson is going to check into the game shortly here, and her responsibility will be shadowing Nadine Schmidt. She'll take some fouls if she has to do that.
This is Lisa Olson at the line. First one comes up short, and Nikki Peterson is going to learn, as a sophomore, is going to learn a lot tonight going against Nadine Schmidt. This will be good experience for her.
It took Bob Thorson just a couple of minutes to see that he has to make that move defensively.
Olson gets the second free throw, the first point of the game for the Eagles. It's 6-1. We have 4:33 left to go in the first quarter.
Let's keep our eye on that matchup now between Schmidt and Peterson. Peterson wearing number 22 for Marion-Montpelier.
Schmidt gets the ball. Right at the free throw line. She'll drive, go up one-handed, and get it. Oh, my gosh.
She is something else, and nothing is really surprising when it comes to Nadine Schmidt.
8-1 for Braddock now. This is Schultz. She'll put it up. That one comes off strong. Nadine with the rebound. She'll start a fast break. Doesn't really have the right numbers, but she'll go get it. That one comes off. Carrie Everhart with the rebound. Excuse me, that's Serena Mock. Clarice Boline inside to Shelley Mock. She gets a nice roll. And as we've talked about before, Dan, Shelley Mock is a real key to Braddock's offense, and we've got a timeout. So timeout for the Eagles. 3:46 left to go in the first quarter. The Braddock Bobcats on top 10-1.
Suddenly, you're closer to a new Chevrolet than you think. Chevrolet has announced cash rebates up to $1,000. Yes, $1,000 cash back on Celebrity. Get $750 cash back on any new Caprice, or $400 on Corsica. Even $500 on Beretta, West Dakota's value of the year. If you didn't have a down payment before, now you do. But it all ends soon. See your nearest West Dakota Chevrolet dealer today.
One of these potential employees is better suited to fill your job requirements than the other. One will learn faster, produce more, and stay on the job longer. Pre-employment testing from Job Service North Dakota can help you find out which one. An applicant who tests favorably for a particular job is 3 times more likely to be successful at that job than a non-tested applicant. One of these people is just what you're looking for. We'll make sure you get the right one.
One of the young fans here at the Minot State Dome, and Braddock has jumped out of the gates fast, leading 10-1 here early in the first quarter.
This is Nikki Peterson. She goes back on top to Jolene Schultz as the Eagles work it around the outside. We go down low to Peterson and back out to Schultz. Good job of defense by Braddock. They haven't been able to get it in yet. Barch with the shot, and she gets her. The first field goal of the night for the Eagles.
Well,
Abby Barch.
That's going to be key. Of course, Braddock sitting in that zone. If Marion-Montpelier can't loosen it up from the outside, they're in big trouble.
Barch averages 11 a game. The first bucket of the night. We go inside to Schmidt, triple team. She goes down to Eberhardt. That's blocked. Blocked by Barch. And Van Bruggen comes up with it. Here comes Barb Schmidt down the court for Marion-Montpelier. Barb Schmidt will look inside. All the way around the horn, up, and she gets the nice roll.
That'll do a lot for Schmidt's confidence. She missed her first 3 shots, but as you saw there, she was determined. She was going to take that shot the minute she touched the ball.
And now Marion-Montpelier has gotten a couple buckets, and they're hopefully getting some confidence. Here goes Nadine Schmidt again. She'll drive the baseline. She'll stick it up from behind the bucket and get the roll.
And she's out of the gates fast.
She's really something to watch. This is Barb Schmidt. They're looking inside. Marion-Montpelier taking plenty of time. Nadine Schmidt stays at the top of that zone. This is Nikki Peterson. We'll go back up to Barb Schmidt. Inside to Van Bruggen. Barch, that's her shot. She gets it.
2 in a row for Barch.
And it's now 12-7, Braddock on top with 2 minutes exactly left in the first quarter. Inside to Nadine Schmidt. She'll put her up one more time. That one rolls off, and the rebound comes down to Barch. She gives it off to Barb Schmidt. And we'll set up the offense again. Barb will shoot for 3. That one's short. Rebound is fought for, and Shelley Mock comes up with it. Clarice Boline out on top. As Braddock starts a bit of a fast break, they'll pull her up, wait for everybody else to catch up, and we'll go back to Serena Mock as she'll set up the offense. Carrie Eberhardt looking inside. Nadine over to Clarice Boline, and she gets it.
That's why Nadine Schmidt creates. Because if they're posting her up there, you can't afford to have a one-on-one situation. She'll find the open person.
14-7 Braddock. Here's Van Bruggen. That one comes off. Barch with the rebound up and good. 14-9 the score now. 1 minute, 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Braddock Bobcats on top.
Abby Barch had a big game last night with 18. As Van Bruggen was in foul trouble, she's off to a fast start again tonight, Kurt.
Almost a steal by Schultz, but Serena Mock is able to come up with it. Boline with the ball. She looks far side. Carrie Eberhardt comes way out. She's the center on this team, and she'll come out to help out, as does Shelley Mock, the other forward. She goes inside to Nadine. We've got a foul on the play, and it's a block. It's going to go against Nikki Peterson.
Well, Peterson is playing Schmidt very tight. She's not giving her a lot of room to operate, and as you see Schmidt now working a little deeper than she was at the beginning of the game, where she was roaming the baseline. Peterson playing her pretty tight, and they'll post up Nadine there.
It's the 3rd team foul against Marion-Montpelier. Reach in, and Schultz steals it away, and Peterson comes up with the ball. Nice job on defense by Jolene Schultz. Abby Barch loses the handle. We got a turnover. So with 35 seconds left in this first quarter, Braddock has the ball in the lead by a 14-9 score. A 5-point lead. We'll see if they hold the ball for a last shot or if they go ahead and take her in. Clarice Boline to Shelley Mock, and Shelley gets her. They go right at it.
That's been the big 1-2 punch. Of course, Nadine Schmidt, Shelley Mock has averaged 16 in the first 2 tournament games, so she's a good scorer also.
Van Bruggen, that one's blocked, and Carrie Eberhardt comes up with it. 10 seconds now, 8 left in the first quarter. Here's Nadine Schmidt with the ball. She goes over to Clarice. She'll get it away. The shot comes off. That's the end of the first quarter of play. The 1988 Class B Girls State Championship basketball game. Braddock leads Marion-Montpelier 16-9. We'll be right back.
I ate a lot of stuff because it was chic. I mean, I ate raw fish because it was chic. But steaks and burgers...